Regeneus is a stem cell company. We listed on the 19th of September 2013. We essentially have three platforms of products. One is a service that we offer to doctors that is where doctors can harvest fat from a patient. We separate the fat from the stem cells in fat, and we give back the stem cells to the doctor for use to treat arthritic joints, to treat tendons and ligaments, and other musculoskeletal conditions in humans. So essentially it's a stem cell transplant from your fat as a therapeutic into your joints. That's one business we have, and that's working with specialist orthopaedic surgeons and muscular and sports med doctors. That in-clinic procedure is part of the practice of medicine, so it doesn't need regulation by the TGA. So it's something which is being done today, and lots of people have had these treatments, and 80% of people get a significant clinical benefit for their joint disease, bone and joint disease, principally arthritis. It's a sort of treatment that can maybe enable people to have less pain and suffering with their arthritis, and hopefully even manage off joint replacement for some older folks. Our second platform is an off-the-shelf product. What I mean by that is we take donor fat from an animal or a human, and we develop like a pharmaceutical product from that. So we grow the stem cells from the fat into many vials, and we are testing that in the animal market right now for bone and joint disease in dogs and horses. Horses and dogs get a lot of arthritis, and so this is a product that comes in a vial, cryogenically frozen, that the vet thaws and then injects into the joint of the animal in their consult room. So this is a traditional stem cell product in a vial, and that is what we're also developing for humans. So one day, instead of having a steroid injection at the doctor's, you might get a stem cell injection for a bone and joint condition. The third platform that we have is a topical stem cell cream. Again, from fat we separate the stem cells, and then we get the stem cells to secrete what they do, and those cytokines are then harvested, and we use the harvested cytokines mixed with a cream to treat a range of inflammatory skin conditions, everything from acne through to burns and bites, psoriasis, dermatitis, all the conditions, skin conditions that respond very well to a stem cell cream. So we've got those three primary product platforms, if you like, in clinic, off the shelf, and a stem cell cream. We're a company that's very product focused because stem cell technology is very powerful technology, but we're less science club and more product focused. We also have a very interesting cancer vaccine, which is an autologous cancer vaccine that we're developing both in the animal world and the human world, and that largely is about taking the tumour, taking some of the tumour cells that grow very quickly, almost the stem cells of the tumour, if you like, adding a bacterial protein to it, and then what we do is re-inject that back into the animal that has the cancer, and what we see is the immune system responds very powerfully to those cells being represented to the immune system, and that is an autologous cancer vaccine. So it's the animal's own tumour, so it's like a personalised cancer vaccine for you. And that's something that's been very successful in preclinical studies, and we're looking to actually get that into the US in a marketing trial in the next 12 months for the vet market, primarily dogs with cancer. Yeah, look, it's early days. We've never traded below our issue price. We floated at 25 cents. A lot of the stock is tied up with our investors. We don't have a lot of investors who are selling big slabs of stock, so it's not a highly traded stock at the moment. I think people are anticipating that, with a market cap of around 50 mil, we have a long way to run here because we've got a lot of interesting products and we've got an interesting pipeline of technology. They see us as a generator of revenues, not just of R&D expenditure and hoping that a big pharmaceutical buys us. They see us as a product company being able to generate good revenues into the future. A key thing for us with the in-clinic business is to broaden the base of doctors, facilities, that use what we call our high Q cell in clinic therapy, and basically build our footprint in Australia. We work with specialists, so we primarily have to get the specialist trust. We have about 16 specialists at the moment who work with us. The idea is to double that over the next 12 months, maybe even more. We've just started in Melbourne, so the idea is to build the Melbourne market. We're going to build out the Sydney market where we first started, and we've just gone to the Gold Coast and we want to go to Brisbane. So we want to build an East Coast practice, if you like, with those doctors. We're then looking at some international markets where we want to grow into that have a similar regulatory environment to Australia for this type of in-clinic stem cell transplant business. Places like Singapore, where there's a lot of medical tourism, places like Germany, England, Japan, Korea, all have a similar framework, and we have IP and systems and processes and clinical data to be able to roll out this business model. We're collecting more data because all doctors love data, so the more data we get to support the therapy, the better it is. We're looking to extend the treatment from just treating things like OA to looking at pain. Facial pain is an area where our clinicians have had some success, where there's not a lot of treatments other than just heavy pain medication, looking at stem cells and particularly their anti-inflammatory properties and their regenerative properties to be able to manage difficult pain situations for clients, for patients. So facial pain is an area of real interest to us, neck pain, back pain, those sorts of areas of pain. So that's growth areas for us over the next 12 to 24 months. In our off-the-shelf business, we're seeking to get an FDA trial completed, or at least started, maybe not completed, over the next 24 months, and that's going to be in dog arthritis. So so we're looking to get our CryoShot product registered in the US, and then we'll move into the European and seek registration in the European and the Australian and other key markets. We also want to look at our CryoShot product for humans. We've developed a human version of it, and so what we want to do then is look at a safety study in humans because we think that's an exciting opportunity. And there are markets like Japan that have accelerated regulatory pathways for companies doing what we do with an off-the-shelf human product. And last but not least, we want to move the stem cell cream into a commercialisation phase. So looking at the best way to do that, who our partners are. We're not a big company. We'd be looking at a partnership or a commercialisation pathway that suits us. And for the cancer vaccine, that's an exciting prospect for us, where we hope to do over the next 24 months a study in the US on dogs, which might then lead to a broader take-up of what is a personalised cancer vaccine technology that's looking very promising.